Criminal Court is now in session.
After 12 days of a legal face-off between the prosecution team and the defense teams of the three suspects, focus now shifts to the three-judge pretrial chamber to digest the submitted evidence, both oral and written, and deliver a verdict on whether the case should proceed to the trial stage or not.
There will be no trial in case the charges are not confirmed by this chamber.
And even before the bench retreats to weigh the evidence and determine how the scales of justice are likely to tilt, the chamber was quick to allay fears of any possible external influence in its final decision.
I want to assure the people of Kenya, lastly, that the judges of this chamber will take their decision independently and impartially, and only after having carefully examined all pieces of evidence presented by both parties, so that justice will be served to everyone concerned.
In sticking to the International Criminal Court's procedures, the pretrial chamber directed the defense counsel for each of the three suspects to submit their written observations by the 21st of November 2011. Those submissions must not be more than 50 pages for each of the suspects. The prosecution team will also submit 50 pages of written observations by the 28th of October at 5 p.m. Kenyan time, while the legal representative for the victims will be allowed to submit a 30-page document. And as they await their fate, the three suspects in the second case, just like their counterparts in the first case, remain under the court's watchful eye.
I would like to remind the suspects to fully comply with the conditions imposed on them in the summonses to appear, and to refrain from engaging in activities directly or indirectly related to the proceedings before the International Criminal Court that are likely to trigger or exacerbate tension and violence in Kenya.
The pretrial chamber will, within 60 days of receiving written submissions from the defense teams, rule on whether the case moves to trial or not. This means the suspects will know by the 19th of January 2012 whether or not they will be standing trial for crimes against humanity. In the first case, the judges are expected to make a ruling by Christmas Eve. There is a likelihood of the three-judge bench making a ruling on the two cases simultaneously.
The bench would like to address the citizens of Kenya, asking them to respect the life, security, and property of victims and witnesses in the two Kenya cases.
There are several likely outcomes in the just concluded confirmation of charges hearings. The chamber could confirm some or all the charges against the 6 suspects and commit the 2 cases to full trial. The judges could also drop some or all the charges against the suspects. The 3 judges, after analyzing the evidence submitted by the prosecution and the defense teams, could also amend some of the charges or even opt to direct Prosecutor Luis Moreno Ocampo to conduct further investigations into the 2007-2008 post-election skirmishes. Francis Gashuri, Citizen Live at 9.